Hey guys! So a few of you have been ordering from the Redbubble store and I love you to bits for it. I would love it if you would send me some pictures of the shirts when they arrive via the Facebook page and I will feature you in a video. So thanks for joining me for another Pixie Talks review vlog. Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks. So we are, of course, well into the month of October now. And if there's anything that the horror genre has to offer that I love to bits that isn't Cthulhu, it's vampires. Some of the coolest, scariest monsters out there. It's surprisingly hard to find a movie that satisfies my notion of a good vampire film. So, with that in mind, I'm going to take a look at a new take on one of the genre's most feared villains, Dracula. But this has a bit of a twist. Dracula Untold.
Welcome to your life.
What is it you are seeking?
I want the power to destroy my enemies and save my family.
There's no turning back.
Alright, so Dracula Untold is a movie that attempts to delve into the backstory of one of the most well-known monster villains in the history of storytelling, Dracula himself. It stars that one guy that looks like Orlando Bloom. Okay, I kid. Luke Evans, I tease. I think you're a good actor, you just really look like a slightly more rugged Orlando. Now, when the trailers first came out, I was torn. It looked super corny, but it also looked so fun. And it is. Plot-wise, there's not a lot new here, really. It's an attempt to tell a more sympathetic story surrounding the origins of Dracula, and at that it succeeds decently well. It doesn't really dive into any breaking territory, but it tells a solid tale that, while predictable, at least manages to hit the emotional notes it wants to. And both Luke Evans and Charles Dance, both deliver some pretty great performances in their respective roles. The biggest issue I see people having with this movie is how very manufactured it all feels. It's heavy CGI with not a lot of heart to the spectacle. As others have said, it very often feels like you are watching a video game, which may be kind of what they're going for, and people will either enjoy that kind of hammy filmography or they won't. Some of the filming can be a bit jarring, however, as is it just me, or does the cameraman have some trouble focusing on some of those close-up shots? There were a few times that I found myself wondering why the shot was so blurry. And look, I get it, focusing is hard. I have had some issues with focusing my camera in my own videos. But honestly, a great big budget blockbuster production like this, I would hope they could do better than me. But let's talk a bit about character, because although I felt that Dracula himself was fairly well fleshed out, nobody else really was. There really was not enough information about his sire vampire, and okay, I need to gripe about his wife. She was more than a useless character, she was absolutely atrocious. Practically all of the plot's problems come back to her, and I don't want to spoil anything, but she spurs Vlad into making some pretty poor decisions. She's an abominable character, and even just thinking about some key scenes, I just get angry with her, oh my gosh. At the end of the day, though, the movie had some really flippin' fun moments and cool action. Like I said, it's not exactly breaking any new ground, and I am far from calling it a masterpiece, but it is a really fun watch despite its flaws. It does a pretty good job of spinning a different story around the Dracula legend, and it was a fun ride while it did it.
The world
Never forget who I am.
And that's it for my review of Dracula Untold. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please be sure to come back for more. And me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll see you next week. Bye!
price. You have no idea. But I'm going to show you.